just take a second and just appreciate the lighting here for a second?
Dude.
The lighting, we only got about a little bit of lighting left, but
You know what I'm saying?
it's just hard to find. And this actually, this was one of the, well, let's talk about this for a minute.
Okay.
Because this right here, so we got here, let's call it an hour ago.
Yeah.
And we were moving around trying to find spots, you know, and then, you know, this table was taken by somebody that had a hookah, and I was like, I think this is the perfect spot because of its noise and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But finally, we went over around the corner, like, nah, that ain't gonna work, it's too noisy. We came back over here, hopefully y'all can hear us, we're gonna know here later.
We'll see.
We'll see. But yeah, man, it was just, you know, you always gotta be in tune and aligned because remember when we first said, I said, yo, we need to be at this table right here. We need to be at this table. So,
he's Jedi mind trick.
But with that said, you know, finally she left. But we come to find out, and that's what we were talking about earlier. This is, you know, precursor. That she had dumped the coals in this trash can right here, and it was about to catch fire.
Not about to.
It was smoking. It was smoking. So it was about to catch fire. So anyway, we got to put that out. But I just say that to say, and this is just, you know, like, you can't make this type of stuff up. But just to say, you never know. You know what? Like I know that we need to get this recorded today. I wanted to get this recorded so at the beginning of the year we can go ahead and you know, just relaunch, you know, season 2 and all that kind of stuff. However, you know, I was like, all right, this I don't know, but we need to make this happen. But it was just like we just kind of led to the flow of wherever we were going, and it ended us at this table to stop that fire. I truly believe that.
Facts.
Long story short, we're at this table to end that
for a reason.
You know, and plus we got great light.
Great lighting, man. Because you know we kind of chocolate, so we need all the light.
And this table is not wobbling like that.
Right, man. Look at. No, we good. All right.
We got you.
And we got great customer service too.
Hey, that's why I keep telling y'all every time that I get a chance. Coffee Grinder, if y'all in Jacksonville, Bay Meadows area, Coffee Grinder. This is a spot y'all need to go. So anyway, I just wanted to take that time just to kind of, just to show how you think you're getting minorly inconvenienced for a reason or what have you, and it's really not. It's just guiding you to right where you need to be.
Facts.
So yeah, that all came from the lighting. But yeah,
all of the lights.
I knew that was coming.
A Rihanna moment. I'm sorry.
But yeah, man, just wanted to appreciate, just take the time to appreciate the lighting and everything. But
and appreciate your timing too, man. Like time is coming up a lot with this, man, because having not been here today, where we're at and everything, this would have been a blaze back here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you get the A, the B, you think what you need is that C, but it takes you to D, and E is where the prize is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But see, so and just to kind of, you know, to go off of that, the big thing with that is that a lot of times we're thinking, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, if C doesn't work or D or whatever, you know, you got all the other you know, letters in the alphabet, but it really, if you think about it, you know, everything's really infinite. However, you know, if you're thinking about Excel terms, after Z, you got double A. You got double B, double C. So anyway, so what I'm saying is with that, you might think you want to get the D. Don't limit yourself to think that, you know, that's where you got to stay at, or even that Z. Once you get to the end of the alphabet, is it. There's no stopping to where you could go. The only stoppage is dying, and then it might not even stop after that. But that's a conversation for another day.
Another day. He gets more in depth if you really know. He'll explain later.
Yep. Catch those lyrics.
Right? I need you to catch this. I need you. Okay,
all right, E.T.
No, but okay, so off that expansion, man, let us know about those expansions, because like now you're actually hosting workshops and conferences.
Yeah, so I put out a video on Instagram early today just talking about some of the 3 wins that I had for this year. People, you know, taking time to actually figure out their 3 wins. But yeah, man, so last year, so up until this year, I've done webinars here and there, but I have not done any in-person workshops.
Yeah.
And so I said that I wanted to do 4. Ended up doing 2 because life happens and things happen, you know, beyond our control. But yeah, so that was one of the things that I'm doing workshops. It's time to upgrade your mind. That's the next one is going to be in Atlanta, January 18th. He's going to be there.
Yeah.
Shameless plug. 10 to 2.
Yeah.
We'll probably have the flyer out right there. But so I started. So it is expanded out to workshops. I'm doing workshops now on my own, not for a promotional marketing company like I was doing before. You know, so that's expanded from other things, and then we've got the Instagram. I think it's growing, and so again, like I said, from those small videos and stuff. I always try to do some videos before, but it never really worked. And even before the At the Gym Thoughts, tried to do videos, that didn't really work. But the At the Gym Thoughts actually, it actually made sense, and it worked. That pre-workout, boy, will get you going. It'll get you right. I have to stop myself from doing that in some videos. Hitting with the Ric Flair. Woo! So that's evolved into that. So some of the things that are branching out, some of the next letters of the alphabet as we're going to. So get the shirt going. Purpose. So I just came up with a name for it. I know I was writing a book. I actually started writing a book before. It did not go anywhere. Okay. I actually have like an ebook that's out. I might link that up below, but I got an ebook, a Law of Attraction ebook. Cause I always test my stuff out on you first. So you already know the stuff in there. So you don't need to know about the ebook. But yeah, so that was. So there's an ebook out. I might link that below. But it was also I knew I wanted to write a book. Didn't really know where it was going. I just wanted to kind of talk about some of the stuff that has happened in my life. Some of this, but anyways, so what happened is I like I said, YouTube, kind of bringing it full circle. YouTube and self-improvement and all that kind of stuff. Evan Carmichael. I don't know if you ever seen him on there.
No.
Yeah, okay. If you haven't, Evan, I've sent you some of his stuff. You might not consistently follow him, but Evan Carmichael has a book, Your One Word.
Okay.
So Your One Word, I read it, and it kind of led me to purpose. It was like one of the things that you do in there is you kind of think about your favorite movies, your favorite songs, all that kind of stuff, and like my favorite movie is The Wizard of Oz. For those that didn't know, Wizard of Oz is my favorite movie. Next to now, Endgame is right up there. I don't know which is which. But in both of those, but if you think about in both of those movies, so there was like what stuck out for me is purpose.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because the purpose of Dorothy, like going down that damn yellow brick road, going down that path is to get her ass home.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody, and this is why we love Wizard of Oz, because everybody in there was looking for something they already had within them. Everybody was looking for something they already had within them. Dorothy, all she had to do was click her heels. She just didn't know it. See, so you had to have somebody had to actually show them. It wasn't really, and a lot of people think, oh, it's validation with all the stuff that they got from the wizard. No, somebody had to show them what they already had within them. So that's the reason why the Wizard of Oz. A lot of people are like, Wizard of Oz? No, that's the reason why the Wizard of Oz, because they always had within them what they needed. They had to go down the path. They had to go down the path to get to that person that could actually show them what they already had within themselves. So my thing is that was that was the purpose of the Yellow Brick Road.
We at the point now where you need to pull out your notepad. If you don't already have it out. So
that one, but also with Endgame, their purpose was fixing, rewriting the wrongs and helping the world become a better place. But and also the other one that you introduced me to was The Alchemist.
Okay. Yeah.
And so in there it's called Your Personal Legend.
Yes.
And Santiago's on his personal legend.
Yeah.
So I just started looking. So I read, Evan's book. Started looking at all the stuff that I like, all the stuff that kind of brings me in. And it all brought me back to purpose, which is why you kind of saw that rebranding my business on Instagram and stuff. purpose. So with that said, I was like, I know I want to write a book. It's probably going to be tied around purpose. And it wasn't until, I don't know if it was it wasn't last night, Friday night, that I actually really Saturday morning is when the name for the book actually came to me. So we're going to get it here.
Okay.
All right. There's only one other person that knows. Finding Purpose.
Okay.
The line, grind, shine process.
You heard it first, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go. I've
been knowing it forever.
There you go.
I'm just not finding out.
I feel we were going to be recording this. Okay. So I figured I wanted people to get your exact, your reaction live. But, that's not the reaction I thought. He's salty McSalton over here.
Why you ain't telling me before we recorded? Why you ain't telling me? Nah.
But hey, that's Coffee Grind, man. We going to this absolutely no idea what we're going to talk about and just let it flow.
But that's dope.
Finding Purpose.
The line, grind, and shine process. Man, that's
the line, grind, shine process.
That's dope.
Yep. So, and this kind of tie everything back up in here together. So with that said, because once you find that one word, like Evan Carmichael, get that book. Once you find that one word that you can kind of simplify your purpose and what is actually your personal legend on, everything else kind of clears up. So, yeah, man. So that's the name of the book. But what I did for December on Instagram, you notice I've been talking about purpose the whole month. I was like, I'm gonna talk about the whole purpose the whole month because like I said, I tried to write the book before and I had some stuff already written, and it just wasn't coming. But like I said earlier, this right here, this is my medium.
Gotcha. Okay.
Video is my medium. So I said, if I do After Gym Thoughts about purpose, and I could talk about that every time after I hit the gym for a month, that's going to be the skeleton. Now I did tell you about that. So that's going to be the skeleton of my book. All right. And so I say that to say, find your lane, stay in it. You could derive outside of your lane, but use your lane to go outside. So I know that writing isn't really my thing. I mean, I can do it, but I mean, like, for me to sit down and write, no. For me to sit here on a video and talk, yes, that works for me. So the After Gym Thoughts is what's actually pulling out all the stuff that I need for the book.
Gotcha.
So just to tie everything together. But you know what? You don't get to the book if you don't get to the After Gym Thoughts. And you don't get to the After Gym Thoughts if you're not up there jumping fences trying to record ahead of time. But you don't get any of that if you're not running down that part that going through all of those books that I had to read back in the day, which actually kind of transitioned into Audible and YouTube. And then so none of that happens if you're not following those breadcrumbs and following those that path.
Exactly.
But also just the one other thing. So now, and here's what's funny about this. Because if you think about this, like, so Coffee Grind, this was, we were doing this, like, so I started this with my buddy Miguel, shout out to Miguel Camargo, Flow Leadership. So I started out with him because, we're always, kind of like me and you bounce ideas off each other. We had hit up at the Starbucks and I was like, I'm going to record it, I don't know what it's going to do. So I recorded it. That was the first Coffee Grind you saw. But what's in the title of that? Grind. And that was before I even came up with kind of the catch term, the line, grind, shine. So that came up like one of my first videos this year. But that was even before I knew that the purpose was going to come. So pieces I say that to say pieces will come to you here, there. But you just got to flow with it and go with it and just see where it's going to lead you. But also what's coming up next, I'm releasing another one. We're going to talk about this other one right here.
You don't talk to me no more. Okay, tell the people.
I did tell you that I'm going to do more of a, because I did the fitness vlog before. And I was like, I kind of put that to rest earlier this year. After the biggest lose I had at work, I was like, that's done. So I tried to redo it again, but it wasn't working.
Okay.
Like I had stuff recording, but it just got monotonous. And that's the other thing, you gotta realize, you know, even though you start something, that you don't have to continue on with it, but it may evolve into something else.
Yeah.
I always knew blogging, because like Gary Vee say, you know, it's better just to create as you go, which is the reason why I love this coffee grind stuff, because you know,
it's
I have
organic.
coffee and talk with people. It's not like I have to make and create something. So I say that to say, the next thing that's coming out of this, I just put it all together last night.
Okay.
Today, I came up with the name for it. And I got somebody working on the logo now. By the time y'all get this, it might actually be up here, but it's the Aligned Grind. So it's going to be a blog that has like, it's going to be like a follow me kind of throughout the day type of blog.
Okay.
And it's going to have snippets of the gym in there. It's going to have like 3 or 5 tips or whatever that, you know, I like. One of the things I know I'm going to talk about is like 3 things I wish I'd known in my 20s.
Okay.
You know, and it might be, because we're a little bit older, it might be 3 things I wish I'd known in my 30s, or 3 things every kid must know in their 20s or 30s, or whatever.
Some of us are still there.
This dude's older than me. Anyway, so it might be, so it's going to be, you know, stuff like that coming up, but the Aligned Grind. That's going to be the actual blog. So just kind of just to go back to what you're saying, man, you got to follow those breadcrumbs. Things evolve and they progress past all the time. You just never know where it's going to take you. But if you're on your purpose, it's going to take you where you need to go. As long as you're adjustable and you are willing to adapt.
Facts.
You got to be willing to adapt.
And like when we do talk, we talk a lot. He got a lot popping, so I be salty about you playing, but I understand.
I got a lot popping. Mr. Black Panther.
Man, come on, man. This ain't about me this time.
Mr. Stunt Coordinator. Look, you got like 5 projects in the work. You got a big one. We ain't gonna talk about that, but you got 5 projects in the work.
I got something. Just stay tuned. We gonna do another coffee grind once
that out. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I wanted to say that because you talked to me about that. Even with you know, I'm acting, I'm doing stunt work, and that's kind of led to some other stuff. And prior to me doing this stuff that I did this year with the fight coordinating, you were telling me like, you think it's gonna do one thing, but just be open,
right,
and flexible,
right.
You thinking like, I'm trying to act, I'm trying to do this and everything, be flexible. I'm like, but what does that mean, Kobe? You're welcome.
Right.
You know, so now looking, you know, we're at the end of the year now. I can look and see like, damn, this is the disturbance he was feeling in the force.
Right.
You know, I've been able to. People are hitting me up to do fight coordination for projects.
Right.
It comes with the role, but you know, they want me to coordinate fights, and that's where following that path, following that passion is coming, you know, to fruition.
Right.
And everything. And that's one of the things that we talked about. And he shared with me prior to me doing all this. And so outside of his manager and leadership abilities and his coaching, he's also got cognitive abilities also.
Well, I appreciate that. That a little something.
Hashtag Professor X.
But yeah, the big thing about that is you have to stay flexible and adjustable.
Yeah.
Like if you found if your purpose has found you, and you know the path that you're going to, I mean, you know, like the not the path, but because it'll make sense what I'm saying here in a minute. You know the place that you're going to. You kind of know what that end game kind of looks like.
Yes.
Throw the path out the window.
Yes.
You know, just start walking. Just throw the path out the window. Just start walking.
Do we have an end game reference here?
Yeah, we got it.
Wow.
Just start walking.
Wow. If you know the end game, tweetable moment. If you know the end game, throw the path out the window. Because it doesn't matter how you get there, but the fact that you do get there. You know?
Because you might, let me preach for a second.
Go ahead.
Because you might just relive points from the past that you thought was done and over with, like they did in England.
Yes.
You might just think that those points in the past was done and over with.
Well,
However, However, no, sometimes you might have to relive those points in the past and like, and realize what they were there for, reuse and repackage them, and then just go ahead and that's where you're at right there.
But y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me.
But no, seriously though, yeah. So that's the thing about, you know, that kind of that end game moment is that you just never know what parts you're off your journey that you're gonna need. So that's why you have to take all those points on that journey to get there, and just start walking. Just start doing stuff. Just start going. Like, and a great example of this, like we were just talking about. When Miguel hit me up, he's like, man, we need to mastermind, just throw ideas off each other. We always throw ideas off each other. And I said, you know what? Because, tie it all together, I've been, you know, on YouTube, watching Gary Vee. He's talking about making sure that you kind of, you know, you're documenting as you go. I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and document this. And then I just recorded our conversation. You can see that, you know, it's going to be linked up there in the eye. Click the little eye. You'll see like the first one compared to this one. And it was just... The half a tripod was right here on a Starbucks cup.
Wow.
On a Starbucks cup.
Yeah.
We were at Starbucks, and so. But anyways, so I was just recording, but I didn't know where that was gonna lead to. And then I was just thinking, I was like, well, you know, at that time I was talking about Husqvarna a lot, and then I was like, all right, so Coffee Grind.
Okay.
So that's where the Coffee Grind went to. But now it's led here, you know, we're talking to people, and you know the big thing about Coffee Grind, if y'all didn't know, Coffee Grind is supposed to be all about just people talking about their journeys, talking about whatever it is that we're talking about. But it's not like the Elon Musk and like the Shah Khans and the, you know, Bill Gates of the world. It's people that are just either, you know, starting out on their purpose or just kind of midway in their purpose, just talking about where they're going, where they've been, and how they see things going. But I had to have that moment of, I'm just gonna do this and just try something. And then we'll see what happens. I had to have that moment.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of just to go back what we're saying, you just have to have those moments of just trying stuff, and then you revisit them, and then, you know, you get back to your end game moment. But even that end game moment, it's not the end of the MCU, right?
Nah,
it's going and moving on to different things.
It's done moved on to double A.
Yep.
Double B.
Yep.
Double C. You know what I'm saying? It just keeps going on.
But even if we were going to take that analogy, now it's on Disney Plus, and now it's going a whole nother era that's not just movies now. So it's just, all I'm saying is you never know what one thing is going to be until down the road, like, you know, kind of like what Steve Jobs said, you're connecting the dots backwards, but you got to start moving and being flexible as you move. I'm going to drink coffee.
Man, how you follow that?
Whew. I think we follow it with, that's all I got for you today.
Not yet, I don't think, man.
Yeah, it's about that time, bro.
It's about that time, man. But now, like, I enjoy talking to you, man. I'm trying to squeeze the life out of this, but maybe...
I know, but we're losing light.
We are.
We still got one more video to record.
Okay.
But no, I appreciate you doing it. There was nobody else that was gonna do this with, except for you.
Dave, I'm honored, man.
And maybe one other person. No, just kidding. No, but no, seriously, there was nobody else that was gonna do it with it. I mean, you're the person that's pretty much, besides my parents, that know me all my life. You know, you've been around even more than some family members. So, like,
I be with damn near family.
I mean, pretty much. I figured that you're my brother. So it's like,
I mean, we're gonna do a blood transfusion, make this thing official.
Well, I don't know about all that.
You know what I'm saying? I think I got some gamma radiation in my blood. We can, you know what I'm saying? Okay. I'm reaching.
This man thinks he's Blade, so he's trying to get me to be a day walker or something. I don't know. But yeah, man. So I appreciate you doing it.
No doubt, man. It really is, man. I'm glad you. It's an honor that you asked me to do it, and so anytime, any place, anywhere, anything you want me to do, man, I'm there, man.
No, I appreciate it. I know you mean that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and so it was like, man, whenever. Let's
if I could just, I think this is the best way to cap it off. If I could just add one story, not even a story. It's something that recently happened.
Okay.
So I was in Atlanta and everything was just falling into place for this workshop. You were on a boat, out of sea, out of town. You were in international waters.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, my buddy Jay gonna be in this. I think I'm pretty much made the flyer. I was like, okay, boom, lock down the date. And then when you got back, the flyer wasn't made yet. But when you got back, I was like, hey man, January the 18th, you're gonna have to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you would like, just no questions asked, just boom. So I say that to say, I appreciate you. Get you some folks, like I said in a couple videos ago on Instagram, get you some folks that is your support network, that is always gonna have your back. That's what you've been for me, and I appreciate it.
Man, thanks, man.
So January 18th, Atlanta, Georgia, Appleloid Networks, co-working space. We're gonna be there.
You're gonna put the time and the address in it.
All that's gonna be linked in the description below.
Too, right?
The Eventbrite is gonna be in the description below. Y'all probably seeing the flyer somewhere on the page right now. Jay Wells Jr. gonna be there.
I'm gonna be there.
We got Miss Cottontown's gonna be there.
Yeah, Cottontown.
I like to kind of call her the affirmation queen there.
Yeah.
Affirmation law of attraction queen of Atlanta.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a great time.
It is, man.
So if you want to see the C. Scott J. Wells Comedy Hour some more,
man, we got
check us out there.
We got the Trinity, man. Who's Superman? Well, she's Wonder Woman. So who are you, Batman or Superman?
You gotta ask. I'm Batman, and you gotta be Superman because that's your arch nemesis anyway. That's the person that you hate the most in the world of comics and movies.
All right,
so,
I guess I gotta be Superman.
That's it.
But you know, it is appropriate because Batman did put together the Justice League. So you know what? It fits.
There you go.
You
so if y'all want to see the
take down Doomsday
it's
in my resurrection.
It's not really. It's not, God, Jesus. Okay. I wouldn't even say it's Justice League. This would be more like Super Friends because it's more lighthearted.
Super Friends.
It's a little more lighthearted.
Or you know what? We've
Justice League Unlimited.
We've referenced Endgame several times here.
Okay.
So we got Thor, Tony Stark, and Captain America.
Okay.
So yeah, you sort this out. You put it. You Tony Stark. Tony Stark.
Sure.
Yeah. You're Tony Stark. You put this together.
Okay.
Yeah, you're the originator. You put it all together.
All right.
So who is Cotton? Is she Thor or Captain America?
I don't know, man. Thor.
Thor.
Yeah. You Cap?
I'm Cap.
Cap, man.
Okay.
There you go.
Y'all want to see me get old? Come to this conference.
Anyway, I mean, well, you almost did go into the military, so.
I almost did.
So that it works out perfectly.
Yeah.
You know.
On your left.
Anyways,
yeah.
But yeah, man, appreciate you being here.
Man, dude, no doubt, man.
Appreciate you pulling this foolishness out of me.
Man.
We'll have to do this again and go down some other parts of it. Once you got your stuff going on, we'll do that again.
Facts, yep.
You got any projects working up that people could look out for you soon?
What I can tell you about, so I'm working on, I got a pilot. Well, one of the things I did a pilot earlier in the year. They're still shopping that around. We get that going. That'll be boom. I'll be doing more fight choreography.
There you go.
And playing a role in that.
There you go.
I've done several shorts this year. One is called 30, talking about the plight millennials go through. And I'm the lead character in that. That's been going to different festivals and whatnot. I got another one called Instructor that I just did, where hopefully I can get the cover art shot today. So we can start pumping out. I'm taking that to different film festivals and whatnot.
Don't you have something on Prime right now?
Yeah.
One that you would lead on?
Yeah, thank you.
No?
When a Woman Loves a Man. That's on Amazon Prime right now.
So check that out.
Check it out.
If you got Amazon Prime, it's free for you, right?
Free, yeah.
So just watch it.
Yeah, just watch it, man. I just get the free membership for 30 days. Get Amazon Prime. Watch it.
Let's boost that
up. Give
up.
us some feedback. I'm working on another pilot. the pitch for pilot season. I'm gonna be doing the web series too, so I got a few things popping.
Man, got a lot of stuff going on. There goes Jay, pretty much everywhere you can find him.
Much, yeah.
We'll have all that stuff linked below. But thank you again for doing this.
Man, no doubt, it's my pleasure, and it's an honor, man.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I know that anytime I need anything, you're there for me. So like I said, again, get your support network. You have to have that support network for you.
Yeah.
But I think that's all we got for you today.
Yeah.
You know, leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Let me know whatever else that you or anybody that you know needs to be on this show.
That needs some coffee.
Click them below. They gotta love either coffee or tea. My man here does tea. He doesn't do coffee.
Yeah,
you don't want to see this man on coffee. Trust me. I think I've seen it one time and I was like, no, you're done.
You don't want to see me on most stuff. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What stuff you talking? Anyway, that's all we got for you today. Leave your comments below. Let us know what you think. I love you. Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
Now, what type of stuff are you talking about?
Well, you remember that time, man, you bought me that drink?
Yeah, well, you talking about stuff. Like, I think it's just stuff.
Not stuff, but like...
Turn the camera on.
Oh,